This is Regins Travels podcast. Okay, welcome to another episode of Regins Travels podcast. This is your host, Regin Reyno. And joining us today is Geralyn Joy Marcelino. She's a dancer, model, actress, and a classroom teacher. She was one of the ring girls during the Pacquiao versus Ugas fight. Hi, Geralyn. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Geralyn Joy. I am so happy to be here. I am just ecstatic that you asked me to be on the show. Thank you for having me. So I am in Las Vegas, Nevada. It is a wonderful time over here. Things are open. We're definitely being safe. And we are so happy to have the Manny Pacquiao fight here in Vegas at T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah, I saw the fight, and it seems like you're having a great time right now there in Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't even get the call to be a ring girl until the morning of. So I am super blessed, so grateful for the opportunity. And it was just a dream come true to be a ring girl for Manny Pacquiao.
Wow, so you were called the morning of the day of the fight to be one of the ring girls. Is that correct?
Yes, at 8 a.m. Yes. My husband Rod and I were planning to go to the fight originally. And then at 8 a.m., I got a text from my coach. I am a Vegas Golden Knights dancer, so I dance professionally for the hockey team out here.
Mm-hmm.
And she asked if any of us are available to be a ring girl for the fight. So I contacted the promoter and I booked the gig. And this has just been a dream. I'm still a little bit in shock. But I am proud to represent the Filipino-American community, and I did it! Woo!
Yeah, that's really amazing. You know, it's one of the biggest fights, one of the biggest boxing fights in the world, and you're one of the ring girls. Was this your first time to be a ring girl?
It was my first time ever to be a ring girl. I've been a dancer all my life, just recently got into modeling and acting, formerly a classroom teacher. This school year, I stepped away from teaching. It's a little bit tough. I taught second and third grade virtually last year. And this year I decided to focus more on dancing, modeling, and acting. A lot of shows are opening up here in Vegas, and I'm really excited to be dancing for various artists, doing various commercials. And I didn't tell you yet, I even booked a role on a movie recently. So it's been really exciting.
Oh wow, that's really amazing. What movie is that? Are you allowed to say it right
So
now?
yeah, so the movies and commercials I'm not allowed to say until it comes out.
Uh-huh.
But for the movie, I'm just cast as a little background role, but I'm just happy to get anything I can take. And for the commercial that I'm shooting tomorrow, it's for a restaurant, and it's great because I hope I get to eat some good food.
Yeah, wow, that's really amazing.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So how does it feel to be one of the ring girls? Obviously, you were so excited. That was your first time.
Oh.
So what was it like being actually there? Actually, literally in the ring during the one of the biggest fights, and of course, you're surrounded by a lot of celebrities and one of the most famous boxers of all time. So tell us what happened. Tell us your feeling during the time.
Oh my gosh, I have been following Manny Pacquiao since I was younger, and my family just loves him. He is such an inspiration, and I've always looked up to the ring girls. I never thought in a million years I would have this opportunity to do this. To me, I'm just a regular person, just a dancer, just living my dream, and to have this opportunity, it was really in God's plan and really just meant to be. I mean, sitting ringside, having the best seat in the house, seeing all the action. I really can't believe, even till this day. I mean, what is today? Thursday, and it happened Saturday. I really can't. I'm in shock still. Did it really just happen? But hearing every punch, I mean, even the fighters before Manny Pacquiao, they were really strong, performed so well. And I really admire their athleticism, their hard work. I mean, as an athlete myself, as a dancer, I know how much it takes to get to the point in your career where you can entertain, you can perform, and you can be in the spotlight at the center of the ring. So to be able to see that firsthand, I just continue to say how grateful and blessed I am, but it really was an experience of a lifetime. Like, I will remember this all my life.
I haven't watched a live boxing match yet, so you've mentioned that you can actually hear the punches sitting at a ringside.
Yes, I could see their sweat spraying.
Oh, wow.
I was in a splash zone. I could hear the punches. Unfortunately, the blood, it was a little scary. But even stepping into the rink, as my assistant held up the ropes and I climbed in, I was like, ooh, did I teach a little sweat and blood? But, it's okay. I sanitized after. And we were just so close. When that 10-second clapper hit, I was like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to hop in the rink and hopped in, did my stuff. I mean, I'm such a ham. I just had so much fun in there, dancing to the music. The other ring girl, her name is Bev. She was amazing. We're both VGK dancers together. And we were just dancing, moving to the music, going to corner to corner or each side to each side. I mean, I was just soaking it in, seeing all the audience like, wow, am I really here? It was amazing.
Did you feel nervous when you were actually doing the act? Like when you were walking in the ring, how does it feel with those thousands of people in attendance? Were you
You
nervous?
know, I wasn't nervous. I'm used to dancing in front of a bunch of people. I was a former NFL cheerleader with the San Francisco 49ers, and we had a huge audience. So being out there, I mean, it's just so fulfilling. It fills my heart and soul. My passion is to dance and entertain. I love interacting with people and fans, and I just love that positive energy. I mean, everybody was so happy to be there. They're so supportive, especially my Filipino folks out there in the audience. They were just cheering me on. I was wearing my Filipino mask from my best friend who made it, Creator Shop, and it had red, white, and blue with a little sun sign, with a little sun in the stars, and I was repping. I am so proud to be full Filipino. I was born here in the States, in California, in the Bay Area. My parents are from Bulacan, Malolos, and my mom is from Pangasinan, Dagupan. And I've never been to those provinces, but I've been to Manila and Palawan, and it was just, I mean, I have so much love for the country. I rep Filipinos so hard, and I love y'all. Like, I'm so grateful you guys are watching, and straight up from the Philippines. Like, I'm so honored.
Wow, wow, that's good to hear. Being proud of being a Filipino, and obviously you've been a cheerleader for the NFL, right? You mentioned NFL.
Yes,
So how
yes, the
does
National Football League. Uh huh.
right, right? So it's one of the biggest sports in the U.S. So how does
Yes,
this compare to you being a ring girl this time?
it has so many similarities. Where it's such a large crowd. I was an NFL cheerleader in 2015, 2016. I even got to take part in some of the Super Bowl activities. And if we were a part of a group of 40 women that we were trained every week to learn dances, to work hard, to show our best self out on the field. And becoming a ring girl, it made me definitely more comfortable out in the crowd. I was able to dance and groove and show my stuff. I was with Bev, my fellow teammate, and everybody on set was amazing. Our assistant, even the audio visual, like the cameraman, the other talent around the ring, everybody was so kind. And I just love making all the connections, whether it's with my teammates, whether it's with everybody around us. I mean, it was a vibe. It was this energy in the stadium, similar to the energy at Levi Stadium. I mean, everybody is just rooting. We were just having a great time. I mean, having things shut down here in the States
Hmm.
and then being able to be at a live event with thousands of people. I think 17,000 people were there. I mean, you could just feel the energy. It was indescribable. And I was just living every moment, soaking up every moment while I was in that ring.
Right, right. I can imagine, especially you've mentioned you're a huge Manny Pacquiao fan, not just you, but your family, and you're up there really close to the fighter. Were you able to talk to him?
Oh my gosh. I was not able to talk to him. He was in his zone,
Mm, yeah,
but I was just happy to be in his area,
yeah,
in the within what 10 feet. I'm like, I am with a legend right now. It
right.
was Ugas and Pacquiao and me in the ring. I said, is this real life? So I climb in the ring. I go to one corner, to the other corner, strutting my stuff, looking at up at the audience, just soaking it all in. Once I passed by Pacquiao, I just respectfully, take a look. And unfortunately, he's working hard. I see the bruises on his face. I see the fight. He is just emptying his tank, every ounce of energy that he is just putting out there. This could be his last fight. It could not be, but I can see that effort. I'm 33 years old, and I know Pacquiao's not much older than me, but it is hard as an athlete in our bodies at our age. It is hard to do what he's doing. And so I passed by him. I kind of bowed my head and just said, prayed for him. You are doing the best you can, Tito Pacquiao. Tito Manny, you are living it up, living the dream. So I, would take a look and just pray, get through the 12 rounds, get to the next side, show my number and out. And I just was so engaged in the fight. It was, I mean, every time he went in for it, he went in just the strength, the the passion. I could just feel it. And he threw so many more punches than Ugas. And it was unpredictable. I mean, I watched Pacquiao like on TV, but to see him in person live, like that close, I mean, he is so calculated. He is so focused. My husband watched him at training, and I know as an athlete how much it takes to train to get to a point in your career where it is just all in, all in. I am so proud of him.
So during the fight, it's not like one of his previous fights where it's obviously he's leading and obviously he was dominating comparing to his previous fights. But this fight, even
Mm-hmm.
starting round one or even round or starting round two,
Oh.
is
Mm-hmm.
quite obvious. I mean, for us that he's not winning the fight. So how about you? What was your take when you were there, and what was your feeling as the fight progresses?
Well, he scared us a little when he kind of tripped up like in the first round. We're like, oh no, he fell back a little. Like, no, no,
Oh,
no,
the
this is
slip, the slip. You mean
that
the slip?
you saw the little slip. Okay,
Right.
but I had faith. I was like, no, 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 no. This is just the first round. Tito Manny got this. He got this. So I was rooting him on, and then I don't know, Ugas. He was throwing his punches, but he was big. He had a long reach. But I'm little too. I'm only 5 feet tall. And so Manny, oh my God, Tito Manny was getting it in there. Just like when he was ready to go in, he was going in hard. And I'm not a boxing expert, but I know he did the best and I know he did really good. And so when I heard the results, I mean, of course, I'm Team Manny Pacquiao all the way, 110%. So when he got the results, oh, I just wanted to cry because he tried so hard, and I believe in him so much. And just because Ugas landed, just because he landed, I mean, but come on, every punch, it takes so much to do every punch. So I'm really proud of Tito Meni either way, whatever the outcome. Like, come on, to be boxing at that age, gotta give up
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah,
Give
yeah,
up
yeah,
to
for sure, for
Tito
sure.
Manny.
No,
Sure.
especially
Mm-hmm.
you're into fitness as well, and you know how hard it is to box for 12 rounds, and
Mm-hmm.
especially at
Oh,
that
that
age.
stamina. Uh-huh. Yes, yes. So I've been dancing, since I was younger, but professionally, I gotta work out. I gotta lift. I count my macros. I got a macros coach. We definitely put the work in. Like, the food we put in our body is to fuel us. I count how many carbs, how many protein, how many fats I intake every day, because what you put in, you put out. And It is so important. Nutrition, exercise. I mean, I try to do yoga, stretch as much as I can as a dancer, but as an athlete, it takes work. You gotta dedicate yourself. And during COVID, I had to do at-home workouts. I was doing AZ Fit Pro, Zoom workouts, and now I am getting in the gym at Omalza Fitness. We're lifting and we're building that muscle, but it takes a lot of work and it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
But I really just respect all the athletes out there and everybody following their passion. They're so inspirational to me.
After the fight, he was interviewed.
Mm-hmm.
And for sure you've heard the interview. And for me, watching on TV or on the internet, it was quite
Mm-hmm.
an emotional interview. Especially, we have kind of like a clue that that might be his last fight. We never know. And
Oh,
so, what was your reaction to that interview? That was quite an emotional interview.
right. It was definitely emotional. I mean, I was feeling it. Us like Team Pacquiao 100 all the way. We support him, whatever his decision is. I mean, he has so much on his plate. And if it is his last fight, I completely respect that decision. At the same time, if it's not, we would love to see him fight again. I mean, he's worked so hard since he was a young child to provide for his family, to show up for his country. We are so proud of him. We're so proud to be Filipino. And when he said his speech about spreading love and kindness, I said, yes, Tito Manny. Like, you are spreading the right words. I mean, every time he opens his mouth and speaks, he just speaks to all of us. He just says the right words and knows how to inspire not only the Philippines, I mean, the US, like all over the world. This fight was worldwide. And he just showed up and he is like the best role model. Like, we are all so proud to be Filipino. No matter your ethnicity, people all over the world are rooting for Manny Pacquiao. And we are just like inspired by his grit, his determination, his successes in life coming from nothing to something. I mean, we can't help but be inspired by him. It's so inspirational.
Do you see yourself doing more of this in the future? I mean, being a ring girl for boxing matches?
I would love to have this opportunity. I love making the connections. I'm going to continue to be in contact with Premier Boxing. And it turns out my husband actually works for Matchroom Boxing, which I
Mm.
was at the recent Canelo fight. So I'm looking forward to watching Canelo fight again. I mean, I have respect for all the boxers. As of right now, continue to dance with the Vegas Golden Knights, the hockey team out here, which I'm so proud to represent. My next gig, I'm dancing with J Balvin and Carol G out here in Vegas. We got a little Latin spice. Us Filipinos, we can get down on the dance floor. So I am just gonna continue to grind, to
Yeah.
strive for my goals, dance as long as I can while we have the energy, while we have the body to do so, and any opportunities, I mean, would be amazing. Like I said, I am so proud to be that representative as a Filipino American on movie sets, on commercials, for little girls and little boys and anybody to see my face on TV. And I'm like, that girl's Filipina. She Pinay. She representing for our country. And I'm just so proud. I mean, my parents came from the Philippines, made our life here, first in the Bay Area, San Francisco, California. And I moved here recently to Las Vegas about 6 years ago. My husband and I, he's full Filipino too. Our
Mm.
family's all in the Bay Area, and we represent. I think there needs to be more representation in the AAPI community. And I'm happy to just be that inspiration, even as a teacher, to see the students like, my teacher, she Filipina. And I'm like, yes, I'm representing for all you all. And I just appreciate that I can even have the opportunity to be a role model, to have my master's degree, to have gone to school here in California and living out here my dream in Nevada. I'm just so grateful. I thank God every day for all these opportunities to be casted in TV and commercial and movies and film. I mean, we need to pave the way. We need to see more colored, more brown skinned folks in the industry and know that you can do it too. This is attainable. I'm just a regular person, but I had this opportunity because you connect with folks, you make those connections, and it happens. Just be the light, be a good soul, and all good things will come to you. All the blessings.
So how did this all start? Your modeling, your dancing, your
Hmm.
acting, this career in terms of modeling and acting. How did it start for you?
Oh gosh, I am so blessed. I mean, I think once the moment I saw cheerleaders on the field before I was even 18, I was like, I want to do that. I see these women just so confident, so radiant, shining their light, dancing on the court, dancing on the field. So I started auditioning at 18 years old.
Okay.
I didn't make it right away. It took me several years. I finally made the San Francisco Gold Rush in 2016. I made the San Jose Sabre Kittens. That was an AFL team in 2011. And it was a hard year. Unfortunately, my dad passed away. Rest in peace, Dada. And my girls were there for me. They were just the greatest support system. And I said, I love this team aspect. I love being with like minded people who love to dance, who love to live their passion. And I just continue to go for it. I finally made the team, the San Francisco 49ers, in 2015. Now, this is a little curveball. Here in the States, when you make a team, you have to audition every year. In NFL, there's about 30, 40 girls. It's hard competition. I
Mm.
ended up not making it back in 2016. I was heartbroken. I was devastated. And I said, I got to work harder. This is this is my dream. I want to keep living it out. And this is the industry. We got to audition. We got to work hard. We got to be the best that we could be. After 5 years, this year, I finally made a pro team back. I have been training. I have been dancing. I'm working out so hard. And just that fight in me, I didn't want to let this go. I didn't want to let this dream go. I finally made the team again this year. I'm dancing for a huge hockey team. Who knows how long my career will last. While I was dancing, I was looking for other gigs. That's how I stumbled upon modeling and acting. And when you just put yourself out there and just manifest it and just give it to the world, say, like, no holding back. I'm here. I want to do this. Opportunities just come,
Mm.
and be kind to everybody around you, because you genuinely make amazing connections, and you never know who's going to be there for you. And I really truly accept and appreciate all the connections I make, because really I wouldn't be here where I am without all the hard work and all the people I've met along the way.
Mm. So being in that industry, do you travel quite
Hmm.
often?
My husband and I love to travel. As for NFL and NHL, we actually stay at only home games.
Mm.
But so my doctor is actually a physician. He's an ER doctor, and when he gets his time off, we try to go. We went to the Philippines in 2016. Absolute favorite spot. We went with our friends Jill and Ed, and went to Palawan, El Nido Resorts. Shout out, y'all, the best. We stayed in a little cottage. Oh, the water. I think my favorite part was like the warm water and just scuba diving, or we were snorkeling, snorkeling, and I mean the reefs. Everybody in the Philippines so kind, and the food was amazing. We had like dinner in a cave. Oh, Philippines, number one. I mean, I still have to go to see my parents' provinces. We were supposed to go to a wedding next year, but I know it's a little iffy. So we haven't not been traveling often. But my husband and I, we tried to travel as much as we can. The year after Gold Rush, 2016, we went to a different country every month. I was only
Wow.
substitute teaching at the time, so I was a little bit more flexible in my job.
Hmm.
And with my husband Rod, we Um, he just made his schedule so we can travel. I mean, so grateful. We love traveling, and I know you do too. You freaking travel the world.
Yeah, that's why my podcast and my YouTube channel is all about travel. So when you went to the Philippines, obviously Palawan was your
Oh,
favorite place, right? You've mentioned the warm
oh,
waters. One of the things I really like about that island is, of course, it's beautiful. We all know it's obviously beautiful, but the
uh-huh.
locals, the kindness of the locals and how safe it
Yes.
is compared to other parts of the
Mm-hmm.
Philippines. So, like,
Oh,
whenever I
yes.
have foreign friends who would visit the Philippines, I would always recommend Palawan. It's really an amazing
Yes.
destination.
So beautiful. I mean, we got to do any activities. We were in a little secluded area. I got to paddleboard, be on the beach. We went to the caves. We ate amazing food. I mean, destination for sure. I mean, we have been waiting to go back. My mom left the Philippines when she was about 20 something. She moved to
Oh,
Canada. So I
wow.
got all my family in Montreal, Toronto.
Mm.
What's up, family? And my mom has not been back to the Philippines. And I want to take her back. We got to go to just enjoy the beautiful sights. I mean, gorgeous beaches, the locals, I mean, they took us on this little kayak. We saw beautiful sights, gorgeous. I mean, I could just live there. It's so beautiful, and they were just taking care of us all the way. Our friend works for Mango Tours Joppy. You just hooked it up, and we stayed in beautiful hotels in Manila. Had the legit breakfast, like the Filipino breakfast. I mean, it's not compared. We got like Chow King over here in Vegas and California. We got Jollibee, but it's not the
Wait. Do,
same.
do you have
Not the
Chowking in there?
same.
You have Chowking in
We
there?
got Chow
Oh,
King.
I didn't know
Yes, you
that. I know
know
you have Jollibee,
the
right?
top silos. Oh yes, Jollibee is down the street. And we got some Filipino restaurants. We got like Tina's Filipino. We got Fiesta Filipina. I try to cook a little bit, but it's not as good. You know, I miss y'all. The cooking in the Philippines.
What is your
You
favorite
guys are the
Filipino food?
best. Oh man, well I try to definitely cook my chicken adobo. That's a staple, you
Yeah.
know. I mean, lumpia is always nice to snack on. Oh my gosh, all the Filipino desserts. My auntie made some good taron. Ooh, I mean, everything. I could eat Filipino food all day. Even though I count my macros, I say my macros for the rice. I mean, I can't live without my rice. You guys know.
Oh,
I
wow.
just, I love everything. All the Filipino food. What else? Let's see. My mom makes some good desserts. Yeah, bibingka. Ooh, you guys, I cannot hold back.
Wait, your
It's
mom is
too
from
good.
is your mom the one from Bulacan or Dagupan?
Mm, Dagupan,
Dagupan,
Pangasinan. Yeah, so
Dagupan.
she speaks
Oh,
Pangasinan. The
Pangasinan,
only
Pangasinan.
the only word I know is ampatil because my grandma would be like ampatil. It's cold in here,
What
you
is
know.
that? Oh, cold. Okay.
It's cold. It's cold. But my dad speaks Tagalog, and yeah, I still got my auntie and uncle in the Philippines, but most of my family is in Canada, and my mom's side's in California in the Bay Area. So we hold on to our roots. We freaking watch the Manny Pacquiao fight all the time together. We have watch parties. You know, we'd be bringing all the fried goodness at the Filipino parties. Ukoy. Ooh, my auntie makes some good ukoy. What's your favorite food? What's your favorite Filipino food?
I
Spill.
love kare
Come on.
kare. I don't know if you know it. Kare
Oh,
kare is
I
from the
love kare kare.
Pampanga province.
Yes,
It's
yes.
really good.
Ooh, oh, and sinigang. I love anything vinegar. That's so good. I gotta tell you though, I'm so excited. Joe Koy's partner. Um, oh my gosh, why am I? Why am I? He is gonna be our MC. Joey Gia. He's gonna be our MC for our wedding. He's a comedian out here, in the States, and he was
Jo-
recently in Vegas.
Joey Gia.
Joey Gia. He is the opening act for Joe Coy.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, that'll be really
Yeah,
cool.
so we homies. So
Oh, it's amazing.
yes, we keep in the Filipino and the family, and we represent.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, especially Joko. Joko is amazing.
Yes, hey Joe Coy, what's up, homie?
And Of course, being a model, being an actress,
Mhm.
and a dancer,
Mhm.
you need to maintain
Yes.
your fitness, So tell
Mhm.
us a little bit about your fitness routine.
It's tough. I commend you all for working, even if it's like a walk around the block. It's tough just to get out. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. When we were on lockdown, COVID pounds came on. Even me, stressing. I was like, ooh, and just being at home, not being active. So it's okay. Wherever y'all at, I mean, we accept all bodies over here. And even now, the industry is way accepting of all body types, and I am just all for it. But as we know, we are dancers, we gotta be fit, we gotta be athletic. So like I mentioned, I lift weights with Omalza Fitness. I do some at home Zoom workouts with AZ Fit Pro. We just got to move. My macros coach, RJ lifts. He tells me to at least get 10,000 steps a day. I don't get it all the time, but when we average out for the week, we get our 10,000 steps. I got a dog, a little puppy named Marley, named after Bob Marley, because we love Bob Marley in Jamaica so much. So I walk him and we get our steps in. So as long as y'all getting that movement, getting those steps in, you Gucci, you good. I try. It's hard, y'all. I try to get like 3 heavy workouts in a week if I can, but it's busy. Some of our call times, some of my shoot dates, tomorrow my shoot date,
Yeah.
overnight shoot. So US time, 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. So that's why it's okay that I'm up right now, because we just gotta stay ready. That's like the best advice. We gotta stay ready, be ready for anything, try to get moving as much as we can. So I be lifting, working out at least 3 times a week, counting my macros. My coach has me either reverse dieting or cutting, depending, but it's all attainable. We have to kind of ease it in gradually. We can't just go, oh, I'm eating whatever, and then like eat like a carrot stick. No, that's not healthy. No, no, no. We gotta ease it in. We gotta eat what makes us happy, because there's a lot of good food. You gotta come here. When you're in Vegas, I gotta take you out. There's some
Oh.
good food. At Resorts World, they got a little Filipino spot. And it is like in a night, it's in the market, similar to the Singapore market, night
Mhm.
market. They got truffle rice and lechon. Now they don't got the sauce with it, but they got some good lechon and truffle rice. So you gotta come and try it.
After the
So
pandemic,
yeah,
I'm gonna be there.
you know it. I'll be waiting for you at the
Yeah,
airport.
yeah.
But I have the flexibility because I count macros of eating some lechon. So don't get me wrong, I'm a little tiny girl, but I can eat. So it's okay. It's okay to eat. It's okay to, indulge and enjoy life, because we only got one life to live. We got to enjoy life. So yes, it's a balance. I get some meal prep. My friend Chantel meal preps for me, and she cooks some good Filipino food too with meal prep. It's all about balance. We
Right,
got to we
right.
got to work out. We got to eat healthy, and just keep moving. Every day, it's not perfect, but we try our best. And I got goals one step at a time, one round
Mm.
at a time.
Right. I think that's the thing with fitness. Some people think that we need to be really very strict with all our activities and our diet. And
Mhm.
what happens
Mhm.
is it's very hard to sustain that kind of lifestyle if you're
Yeah.
just like just eating a bland diet, tasteless diet, because
Yeah.
you care so much
Mm.
about less percentage body fat or something like that. But
Mhm.
then the sustainability of the kind of lifestyle is very difficult. So it's good that you've mentioned that. Okay, once in a
Yeah.
while you have to indulge. You have to eat that dessert
That's
once in a while.
right.
But it
Right.
doesn't
You
mean that you
can eat
have to
that
like.
leche flan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, good, good.
Yeah,
But then
you're saying it doesn't mean you have to be like so super strict and not eat anything. Right.
right, right. So yeah, as long as you're consistent, I guess. Like you've mentioned, three times a week. That's pretty doable because some people think, oh, I would
About
have to do it every day. Like, do I have to do it every day? Three times a week would be
nah.
okay.
Yeah, everybody got lives, everybody has jobs. We all grinding. We all working hard. Whatever you can get. Yes.
So, in your modeling career, or even in your acting career,
Mhm.
what are some of your
Mhm.
favorite moments, like unforgettable moments?
Gosh, I know I keep bringing it back to the people, but I love meeting people. As you can see, I'm an extrovert. I just, because people come from all backgrounds, especially here in Vegas, we're so diverse. And I learn from every single person I meet, whether it's the crew, whether it's other actors, actresses, models. I mean, everybody has been through amazing experiences. And to experience that, I mean, I love dancing. So I was recently, not recently, but I was in a music video and just like the challenge to learn the dances and perform it right there. I mean, I'm getting better each time and it is definitely a challenge, but I love that. I love being able to perform for the camera, and especially when I was a ring girl, I was dancing and living my life out there. At first, in the beginning, I thought I just had to hold the card, but
Right.
like, no, it's okay, have fun. I was like, oh, okay, I'm a little pumped. And round 8, the song was God's Plan. And it was so fulfilling. I was like, yes, this is God's plan. I know my dad would be so proud of me just watching down from heaven and just like he was a huge Manny Pacquiao fan. I said,
Mm.
yes, Dada, this is for you.
Mhm.
And then the last round, 12th round, I got a little Latin spice. I said, okay, so I'll do a little cha cha. I was trying to do some toto toto. I know my Filipino line dancing. So I was trying to throw that in there for my folks.
So you added some spice to the act because normally, like especially in the
Yes.
past, traditionally round girls would just walk and just display those cards,
Mm,
But then I
nah.
saw some clips on your Instagram and you were kind of like dancing to the beat. That was really
Oh
cool.
yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta pump up the crowd because it's a little, like everyone's like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be the last round, and it's a little somber, and people's like worried, like, oh shoot, is they hurt? But I was like, nah, 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 nah. In between, we're about to light it up. We're about to have fun. People pay so much money for those seats. I mean, floor seats like $2,500 maybe up in the up there,
Yeah.
$400 US. Like,
Cool. Cool.
so they came for a show. I'm about to give you a show, honey. Just So we had lots of fun. I was spotting out because I told you I was wearing my mask. I had a little Filipino flag on it. So
Right.
I was spotting out my Filipinos and said, "Hey, this is for you." So we had so much fun out there. Even walking out, I got to walk out where like Manny Pacquiao walks out, and everyone was like waiting for Pacquiao. This was like right before the main card. I was like, oh, I was recording. I said, oh, this is what Manny sees. It's so cool. And I got to meet Apple Diab. I got to meet J Ray Soul, the the beautiful singer who Black Eyed Peas. She wore the
Mm.
gorgeous
Red
red
dress.
gown by
Yeah.
Francis. Yeah. I got to meet them and they're so talented. And like I said, the best thing is meeting everybody through all
Right.
my gigs is all the people and the connections I get to meet. And like for you to reach out to me, I'm so humbled. I'm so blessed. Like, thank
Yeah. Yeah.
you.
Yeah. For sure. For
And
sure.
I
You're,
know
you're
we
amazing. You're
gonna keep in
amazing.
touch.
Yeah. For sure.
We go. I'm waiting for you to come to Vegas, and I'm gonna be in the Philippines right when we can. When we can travel, I'm there. Well, I was actually supposed to go for a wedding in January, but with everything going on, maybe it's gonna be a little
So
time, a little more time. But I'm
right.
there.
And you've mentioned the path where Pacquiao walks in that stadium, and I remember when he was entering the
Uh-huh.
stadium, the music played, and
Oh,
that was the I think the Eye of the Tiger, and that was like
eye of the
traditionally the
tiger.
music in the past whenever he enters the ring. And it's been a while since it
Yes.
was played, and it was played again during that fight, and I was like, oh, it brings a lot of memories of his previous fights when he was younger. That
Oh my gosh.
was
So he
amazing,
walked
really.
in, of course I was recording. I wasn't, expecting him to come over to our corner, but we were in the corner with the white pole. I mean, there was like the red, blue corner and then the white corner. I was like, oh my God, Pacquiao's coming here. He laid down, he prayed. I said, I'm praying for you. I'm praying that no one gets hurt. And I was recording. It's on my Instagram, Geralyn Joy too. And I was like, Tito Manny right there, Senator Manny. And I was praying for him too. I said, you're going to have a good fight. And he's just so humble. I mean, before, after everything, like his posts that he makes, like how he carries himself in the ring. I have so much respect for him. And like, I still couldn't believe I was like, that close to him, and to be at that fight. And then afterwards, I saw his family pass. I said hi to Jinky, Tita Jinky. You freaking amazing. I mean, I saw her feeding him cereal after in the
Oh
one
yeah.
post. Said,
Oh man, I saw the
that's
video.
wifey goals right there. I mean, all their family. You know, somebody who my husband's a doctor. I mentioned, and he works hard, and I'm just trying to be the most supportive wife. And Jinky is like the most supportive wife, like goals right there. And to have their, Tito Manny be working hard as a senator, as a boxer, training. Like, I'd be waking up at 6 a.m. to train, and I know Tito Manny be waking up that early too, because we all have the same number of hours in the day, and we have to get what we can in, and you put in what you put out, but not only to the athletes, but to the family. Like the family be holding it down at home. They're understanding. They're the rock, to be honest. They're the real MVP. So Jinky, real MVP right there, to hold it down for your family, and everybody, who's working hard, who's grinding for your family, to like follow your passion, to make a living. I mean, for Tito Manny to do this because he wanted to support his mother and to support his family, like I can see his passion. It goes a long way. Like his heart, just incredible. The most humble person I've ever met.
And you've mentioned your favorite travel destination abroad is obviously the Philippines. How about in the US? What is your favorite place there to go to in the US?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question. I mean, Vegas, I know I live here, but I'm a little biased. I mean, we have a bunch of food to eat. You can go to any hotels and just feel like you're in Paris, you're in Tivoli, Virgin, Italy, at the Venetian.
Yeah.
So come out to Vegas, y'all. You can go to any hotel. So much good food. I mean, top of the line. Like the hotels are great. I'm in Sahara right now because I just finished watching the Magic Mike show, and a little secret, I was filming with them as well. So,
Oh.
a little reality TV show coming out. It's actually, the press is out already, um, but Sahara's great. All the hotels on the strip are great. So definitely destination in the US is Vegas. A fun fact, my husband and I went to Aruba, Jamaica. Now, can you think of the song? Ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahamas. Come on, pretty mama. That is our goal, to go to all the countries in that song. Key Largo, Montego. So we've been to many of the countries, and it's a Beach Boys song. In a Kokomo. So that's our life goal, to travel to all the countries in Kokomo.
Oh wow,
We went,
that's
yeah. So we have been to Key Largo, to Montego, to Aruba, to Jamaica. I mean,
Jamaica.
that's why we named our puppy out of after Bob
Bob
Marley, because
Marley.
we love
Hmm.
Jamaica. So my puppy's named Marley.
Oh,
Yeah.
great, great. Wow, it's amazing. A very nice
Yes.
travel plan is after a song. So obviously, like, I hope this pandemic ends soon so we can all travel. Wow, it's really good.
I
So do you
know.
normally go on cruise whenever you go to the part of the world, the Caribbean?
A Caribbean is one of our favorites, and Mexico is one of our favorites. So we're on the west coast of the U.S., Las
Mm.
Vegas. So it's easy to go like to the west coast of Mexico. It's like same time zone, maybe 3 hour flight. We do fly. We'll fly to the Caribbean, maybe fly to Florida, fly to Atlanta. We got to just stop over and then fly to the Caribbean. But amazing. Like all the islands in the Caribbean are amazing. Of course, Hawaii is always amazing. I got family in Kauai and Honolulu. So, we are island folks. Like, I love to go to Tahiti. I actually dance Tahitian as well.
Oh.
So, I mean, we island folks. Like, we gotta live on the beach. So we definitely fly. The last cruise we went to was actually northern Canada, Vancouver. We went to
Mm.
Lake Victoria. Yeah, my husband and I love to fly to different travel destinations. We have done cruises, but mostly have been flying to our destinations, and it has been great. Like, I love traveling and just immersing myself in the cultures, in the food, in the people. I feel like I learned so much, and it is just so humbling to be able to travel the world. And I just can't wait to do it again. I'm glad that we had the opportunity to do so. Actually, before COVID, we were supposed to go to Singapore for the first time. Crazy Rich Asians, my favorite movie. Like, real talk. So I was like, we need to go to Singapore. And we had to postpone. So I still have the credit and hopefully I get to rebook, but that would be an amazing place to visit. Have you been?
Yeah, I've been just 2 years ago. That was my first time, 2019.
Wow. What did you think of it?
Oh, it's one of my favorite countries in the world and my favorite city in Asia. It's my favorite city in
That's
Asia.
amazing.
It's
That's
so clean
amazing.
and it's a tropical
Oh,
country. So the thing with Singapore is it's a mega city, but at the same time it has lots of vegetation, trees, a lot of green. So
yeah.
it's like a huge city in the middle of a jungle. They try to maintain the
Wow.
vegetation. They preserve the trees, and you can even go to a lot of
Mm-hmm.
gardens and parks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just the humidity. If you're not used to in Vegas, it's so dry there. So
Uh-huh.
it's there is so humid and hot. But apart from that, it'll be okay. So I suggest if you want to go around, then probably do it at the later part of the day. And during noontime or when the sun is so hot, you can stay indoors. Shopping malls if you want shopping. Obviously, you love the movie Crazy Rich Asian, so you have to go to the
Yeah.
hawker center. You know that scene in the movie where
Yes.
upon arrival they went to this hawker center to
Oh my
eat.
god. So pretty. Yeah.
So did you still remember the scenes in the movie?
Oh, I watched that movie so many times. Yes, even just the airport. Come on, I was looking forward to going to the airport in Singapore. It's that pretty.
The airport is amazing.
Yes.
I think it's if not South Korea, Incheon, it would be that airport for me, the best in the world. So it's either Incheon Airport or Singapore.
Oh my gosh. Oh, can't wait to go. We did get a chance to go to Japan, and I mean, you mentioned how
Oh,
Singapore's so clean.
Japan's my
Japan was
favorite.
so
Japan is
clean.
my number
I
one.
mean, yes, like the
Japan.
people so respectful. I could eat Japanese food every day. Why was Japan your number one?
Oh, it's just it's number one is very clean, and
Uh
number
huh.
two, when you go to Japan, you will have a unique experience. It's just the
Yeah.
Japanese do things uniquely
Ah,
compared to the rest of the world. It's like I think they're the only country who does things so different, but in a good way.
yes,
And
one hundred percent.
it's even hard to explain. It's even hard to explain, but it's
Uh
just when you go there, you just feel the difference in things, and
yes,
it's a unique experience. It's not just because there are lots
yes.
of beautiful countries, but the uniqueness of the experience is what makes it exciting. That's why Japan's my
Oh
number
gosh,
one.
yeah, the sights and everything. In Japan. We got to do the Mario Kart in Japan. We were driving, like I
On
was
the
dressed up as
street.
Yoshi.
So like on the street.
Yes, on the street, the little vending machines. I got corn soup. So good. We walked into a restaurant. We didn't even know like how to order. We're like ordering through the screen. I said, that looks good. That was good. Could not, I mean, we got lucky that somebody spoke English. But oh my gosh, the food in Japan. We didn't even know how to take the subway. We said, oh, we follow the green line to Tokyo Disney. And we made it. But hallelujah. It was Japan's amazing. We stayed in that Godzilla hotel in Shinjuku. We took the subways to Harajuku, all this stuff. I mean, I got myself a little kimono and it was amazing. I love Japan too. I mean, all the Asian countries. Who doesn't love Asians? Come on, y'all.
Their subway is quite confusing though, to be honest.
Uh huh. We had to ask someone who spoke English. We're like, are we going the right way? But I mean, even just looking at the sites and everything. Wow, it's amazing. Actually, I have several Japanese friends that moved from Japan to the States and they became NFL cheerleaders. We're homies, and I am so proud of them because they just, I guess, dance is real big in Japan, and a pro dance. So they just followed their dream out here. They moved from Japan to be here, to be in the States. I'm like, wow. I mean, it's something to reach that level to be a pro dancer here in the States. I mean, not many people get to do it. Not many people get to be a ring girl. I was like, is this
Yeah,
real?
yeah.
Is this real life? So I hope to continue. I hope to spread that light. I hope to keep dancing in that ring because it was amazing.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So obviously after the pandemic, you're gonna go to Singapore. Do you have like a list already of places to go in Singapore? Obviously,
Yeah.
it's based on the movie. Like, what
Mm.
are those places that you really wanted to visit in the movie?
Want to eat the food. I mean, the Michelin star, that market to eat the food. Oh, I'm there. And the airport, and I heard Singapore is kind of small.
It's very
So, I
small.
mean, just seeing everything, just being able to see everything. I mean, I have a lot of friends who are even Vietnamese and Chinese, Taiwanese, Laotian. I mean, I would love to visit all those countries because luckily in Vegas, we have all that kind of food here. You know, we got some real good Thai food that I eat all the time, real good Vietnamese pho. I mean, anything with rice, I was telling you, right?
I
I will
think
eat it.
we eat rice
Yes.
3 times a day here in the
You
Philippines.
know it. You know it. Uh-huh.
Wow. Yeah. So have you read the book as well, Crazy Rich Asians?
So I was reading the audiobook. I think I got through like the first one and I still have yet to get through the next ones, but I mean, I love that movie so much. When I was working in the Bay Area, I was driving back and forth to Napa. If you heard of Napa, like the wine
The
country,
one.
I was working in Napa and then I would listen to the book and I mean, I didn't get to finish it all, but it's great to like compare the movie to the book and it just brings the characters to life. Even when I'm trying to act, I try to watch different videos and bring the character to life. Even I'm trying to slowly get into hopefully voiceovers and you just have to immerse yourself into it, you know, whether it's consuming the material through reading, through listening, through watching videos. I mean, everything is at our fingertips nowadays. Like I
Right.
can watch your around the world travel like on YouTube and it's amazing. It's so entertaining, you know, and like you can really live through the eyes of other people. That's what's really amazing about this day and age. And you're in the Philippines right now and I'm in Las Vegas. Like we're having this podcast together. Like I would not imagine in a
It's
million years you'd ask me to do this podcast. Like for real? Me? What?
so. What was your favorite scene in the
Say
movie?
oh, the wedding scene. My
Mm,
husband and I eloped in February. We're gonna have a big wedding next year because everything's kind of shut down. But we're gonna have a big wedding in Bellagio the next year in June, and the wedding scene was like, oh, and just the way the main characters look at each other. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so emotional. And so I'm originally from the Bay Area, so the director John Chu, his family's restaurant is in San Mateo, is also in the Bay Area near San
mm,
Francisco. I was
mm,
like, we gotta go over there. We gotta
mm.
support our homie.
Right,
So,
right.
gosh, I really respect all the work of Mr. John Chu. The wedding scene was definitely my favorite, and it has definitely inspired me to go eat and try all the food and see all the beautiful sights. Like you said, the vegetation, and when they were going to the mansion with like the green, I was like, oh yeah, it is like a
Mm.
jungle, you know.
Right, right.
Um, all the
And
characters were
and
so
the hotel, you
amazing.
have to visit the hotel as well. Like even you just have some
Oh,
coffee, the Raffles Hotel, where they stayed in the movie, the white one.
yeah.
So it's just if you're a huge fan of the movie, you have to visit the hotel as well. Raffles is I think
Yes.
it's the most famous hotel in Singapore.
Uh-huh.
Lots of history. So yeah, those places.
Oh,
And
we
you've
stay
mentioned
in there
Michelin
for
star.
sure.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
and
Yeah, there's a
even
lot
have
of
like
Michelin
Michelin
stars out
star,
here.
right? Like the
Oh,
Hawker Center.
mm-hmm.
I think Singapore has the cheapest Michelin starred meal in the world because you can just get it on the street. Obviously, it's
Wow.
like in a very
Mm-hmm.
good hawker center, but it's technically still a
Yes.
street food. So those are some of the
Yeah.
things that are so exciting to try when you're in Singapore.
So good. What's your favorite street food in the Philippines?
I'm not really street food. I love fish ball. It's you know fish ball, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I
know the
love
fish
fish
balls.
ball. And the thing is, here
Uh-huh.
in Mindanao, we have a different version compared to the ones in Manila. But either way, they're both
Okay.
good. So it would be fish ball. But the thing with Philippine street food is it's not really a food like a meal. It's kind of more of like a snack. But then if you go to Thailand, Singapore, their
Yes.
street food, they're actually meals. But here it's just kind of more of like a
Oh.
snack. Yeah. So in terms of street food, I would prefer
Yes.
to have it in Bangkok or in Singapore.
Mm-hmm. Okay, my mom would tell me about the merienda and how, back home they would have like the little guy in the cart bring some merienda over. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, yeah. Yeah, I like the fish balls, and then sometimes they put it in like the soup or broth or something too, right?
Yeah, some
It's like
people
the
do it.
soft.
Right. Wow,
Yeah. Yeah, we
exciting.
got Jerry's Grill in the Bay Area and in LA too. So Jerry's Grill got all the good stuff too.
Yeah, oh, you have Jerry's Grill, you have Chowking, you have
Yes. Uh-huh. There's actually a lot of Filipinos here in Vegas.
I didn't know that. I thought most Filipinos are
Yeah.
just in LA or in at least in California. I didn't know that they're also in
Yeah.
Vegas.
Well, they're moving here. Vegas is definitely growing because it's a little bit cheaper to live out here. But where I'm from in San Francisco, California, it's a little city called Union City. Like 90% of people are Filipino. So there's like Daly City and Union City. And that's like, I'm so grateful to have grown up with a lot of Filipinos. I never felt out of place. It was so diverse. We had all our Filipino food around us. And here in Vegas, I'm like proud to see like Filipino folks. I mean, we even got like a vegan Filipino restaurant here. Come on, because Vegas is like they got everything here, vegans, like everything.
I wonder what would be in the menu like a vegan food because when you say vegan, most commonly they're like Mediterranean or like European
Uh
dishes, but like a
huh.
vegan Filipino food. I wonder what would be the food
Yeah.
there.
No, they just make it. They just make it vegan friendly. OG Olgas, what's up?
Just without meat. That's about it.
Yes, and we got like food delivery here. So whenever my husband and I are just craving Filipino food, we just order some Fiesta Filipina. I love bangos. My mom and I, we love fish, so I just pick up that bangos and rice. And I grew up like with my grandparents, is everything with vinegar and garlic. That's my jam. So anything, chicken, fish, I eat it with vinegar. It's like so fresh, refreshing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Especially Filipino breakfast. It's like people who are not
Oh.
yet familiar with Filipino food. If you give them a Filipino breakfast, it's more likely that they would love it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Silog. Yeah,
silog,
I went to
silog,
college
garlic
at SF
rice.
State. There's a little casino called Lucky Chances. I don't know if you ever heard of it. I think it's San Francisco, South San Francisco. But any hour of the day, they got Filipino breakfast. So we'd go over there, get some top silog, long silog, tapa silog. I love bang silog. Yeah, that's my jam. You're making me hungry. It's like midnight over here, but I'm about to eat some Filipino breakfast in the morning.
In the morning. Yeah, it's great. Wow, it's really nice talking to you, Geraldine, for sharing your life there in Vegas. We had a glimpse of a life, especially being a ring girl. Not a lot of people can have that
Yes.
opportunity. So it's a great opportunity for you to be here on the podcast. Imagine one of the ring girls of one of the biggest fights in the world to be on my
Thank
podcast.
you.
It's an honor. Thank you,
Oh,
Geraldine.
thank you. This has really made my day, made my day. I mean, I just want to keep representing for the Filipino community. And I just can't thank you enough. Follow me, y'all, on Instagram. Geralyn Joy 2, hella Filipino name. GeralynJoy, and then number 2. I can't wait to just keep y'all updated and just share my life. And you've been such an inspiration also. Thank you for doing this, and you're just bringing this content out to the world. It needs it.
Thank you. Thank you. Any final message to those people out there who want to pursue a career in modeling or being an actress, dancer? Just a quick message to them.
My message is I know it sounds cliche, but follow your dream, follow your passion, put yourself first, put happiness first. Everything will happen when in God's time. And if it's not meant to be now, meant to be later, just keep working, keep pushing hard. I believe in y'all. If you ever want to message me, we can chat. And there's always something meant for you out there, whether it might not be now. Like I mentioned, it took me 5 years since I didn't make it back on the team to finally make it to pro team again. It takes dedication, perseverance, hard work. Y'all got this.
Thank you once again, Geraldine, and thank you as well to our listeners who are tuning in right now. And before we end the podcast, I'm going to leave you with this travel quote. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. By H. Jackson Brown Jr. This has been your
Train
host,
crazy.
Regin Reyno. Till the next episode.